Welcome back, guys. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I figured I got a little free time here. I might as well try to make one. Unfortunately, the people that I was talking about last time that I thought might have been interested in the layouts, it didn't quite work out. So I do still have all the layouts here, which is a good thing that I have them. But bad thing that there's still not enough room to start a new layout like I had wanted. So I'm not exactly sure where that'll end up. But I do have a few other things. First of all, I got all the tracks cleaned up. They're all working well. The only one I haven't really done is this one, but it's not a huge deal because I never really run much of it up anyway. Here I have my Broadway Limited Mikado. I don't have a decoder in it right now, but it still has the sound decoder from Broadway Limited. You might be able to hear that here. I'm not sure. I'm running Pennsylvania Steam right now. Got a K4 there, and this is the 282 Mikado. Those are running well. That's that. Over here I cleaned up this stuff, sort of organized. This engine's causing some trouble. Usually it's super smooth and I've always recommended it, but I fear it might, after about 10 years or so, finally be coming to the end of its life. But I'm not sure. I'll look into it. It just started today, so we'll see what happens. Let's see, down here I have my SD60 that I put a DCC decoder and LED lights in, and that's running good. And there I have my ES40 DC from England. So that's that. Everything's been running well. Cleaning the tracks makes a world's difference. Just thought I'd point that out. Over here I've got my GP7. I think that's what it is. Running on the top loop. I cleaned that off. It has a decoder in it, just no light. And finally down here on this layout, well, this track, I have an Atlas-8. A lot of times people ask me if I want to connect the tables, and that's not going to happen. It's just not an option. Don't waste your time typing and suggesting it, because this is not going to happen. Simple as that. The point of getting new tables isn't to have a longer track so I can have wider radius and just general longer space with more accessibility. Oh, looks like maxing out the power a little bit here. So we'll pull this guy out. There you go. In other news, I found a Park Zone Corsair, an RC electric. Usually I'm into the gas stuff, but I got a Corsair here. So I don't know where I'm quite going to keep it, so right now it's just staying here. But it's a nice flying plane, easy to fly, easy to charge, easy to do everything. That's kind of why we got it. Plus when it crashes, it's just foam and easy to repair. And it will likely do a little bit less damage than a gas plane with wood might do. So that's that. Athearn is coming out with some new models, and at some point I might like to get some of those. Unfortunately, the train fund has been kind of stale for a while. So I am still trying to sell a few things. I've got an RS-27 here. This has barely been run at all ever. It's got light weathering and LED lights and a DCC decoder in it. That's a great running model. I've got a Canadian Pacific switcher locomotive. That runs. It doesn't have DCC, and I'm not sure about the lights in it. I've also got this GP7, which is actually up there. I got it to test out on the top loop, and it confirmed that the top loop works, but it's not quite in my era or road name of modeling. And as you can see here, it runs great, all that stuff. The lights don't work, but the split axle gears, which usually come broken in the Proto 2000s just because of the design, those are repaired, so it runs very smooth. I should do that here. So if you are interested in any of those, please feel free to make me an offer. The other locomotive that I was thinking about for a while, and I think I finally decided that it's not quite what I'm looking for, even though it's a really nice model, is this SD60. You can make an offer for me on this as well. This is practically brand new, and it has LED lights and lit number boards and all that stuff, as well as a DCC decoder. So if you're interested in that, any of those, please feel free to make me an offer, and maybe we can work something out. And those funds would go directly right into the train layout itself. So hopefully I could get either an SD70M-2 or one of Atherin's Givos. We'll see. Or maybe even just advertise and get rid of these tables, because I think I have a pretty neat idea for the next table. So I think this is about it. Can't really think of anything else. If you have any questions or comments, as you know, place them in the comment box below. Any sort of hate or accusations or all that kind of stuff, they'll be deleted immediately. Haven't really had an issue with it for a while. People have been saying that I bought views, but one, I didn't. Two, I don't see why it would matter. I don't really care about views. I just care about the number of people that have actually gained some sort of knowledge from here. So if you start starting that kind of stuff, it'll just be deleted immediately. If you have questions or concerns in private, feel free to email or personal message. Those of you that know my email, you're welcome to use it. Those of you who do not, it's just like my YouTube. It's just at gmail.com. So you're welcome to email me there. If you want me to weather your stuff, also send me an email. I have a bunch of weathering things I've done in the past. I've gotten into Rust. This isn't really made to be prototypical, but it was just an experiment to see how the Rust can go. As you can see, it has a few rusty patches on there. Same thing with this one. Really, if you send me a picture of what you want, I'll do my best to try to recreate that on a model. There's non-rust weathering, just a little bit of grime. That's that. This is a layout model I was working on. This is pretty much a small scale of what the large layout would be if I got rid of these layouts. So that is where we're at. Thank you for watching, and there'll probably be a video up sometime in the future. Not exactly sure when. Either, well, probably when something changes, which we'll see what happens. Largely depends on you guys. So, thank you for watching, and yeah.